Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a tool that just might change the way you think about building an application. You know, it simplifies one of the absolute hardest parts, the backend. So if you've ever had a brilliant idea for an app, but then got totally bogged down by the technical stuff, yeah, this one's for you.
And this quote right here, this really hits the nail on the head. For any of us trying to create something new, it's not about building every little piece from the ground up. It's about being smart. It's about finding the tools that let you move faster, that let you launch your projects, so you can spend your time on the parts you're actually passionate about.
So let's talk about a problem I'm sure we've all faced. I call it the back-end bottleneck. You have this fantastic idea, you're all fired up, and then you smash right into the wall of back-end development.
Yeah, you know the traditional dance. To get a project going, you have to juggle all these separate services. You need a database over here, an authentication system over there, some file storage, you have to build out your APIs. Each piece adds a new layer of complexity. It's a huge headache before you've even written a single line of your actual app code. But what if there was a way to just bundle all of that into one simple, neat package?
Well, that tool exists. It's called PocketBase. And really, its whole mission in life is to be that all-in-one back-end in a box, making your life as a creator so much easier. So what is it exactly? And this is the part that's kind of wild. It's not some complicated cloud platform or another giant framework you have to spend weeks learning. No, it is, and I mean this literally, one single file. One program you download and run on your computer.
And the moment you run that file, bam, you get all of this stuff right out of the box. A real-time database, user authentication with social logins like Google, file storage, a built-in admin dashboard, an instant API, even things like email handling for password resets. It's all just there. No configuration needed.
What's truly amazing, though, is the setup. We're not talking about an afternoon of work or even 10 minutes. We're talking about going from zero to a fully running backend in seconds.
It is genuinely this easy. You download the file. You unzip it, you run one command in your terminal, and just like that, you have a complete, fully functional backend server, database, admin panel, and all, live and running on your machine.
Okay, so it's running. Now what do you do? Well, PocketBase immediately gives you this super clean and powerful admin dashboard that opens right in your browser. Think of this as your command center for your entire app.
Inside this dashboard, you organize your data into things called collections. You can just think of them as tables in a database, or maybe even folders for your data. They're designed to hold specific kinds of information for your app.
For instance, if we're building a blog, we can just create a new collection and call it Posts. Then, using the simple interface, we define what a post looks like. Okay, it needs an author field. Let's make that plain text. It needs the blog content itself. We can use the rich text editor, which is great because it supports Markdown. And of course, a date. You click save, and you're done.
And here it is. This is the magic moment. The instant you save that collection, in that one single click, PocketBase automatically built a complete live REST API for it. You now have all the tools you need to create, read, update, and delete those posts from any app you want to build. It feels like magic because honestly, it kinda is.
Now for the really exciting part. We've got our back end humming along, we've got some data in it. Let's see how we connect this to a real application that a user would actually see. Right. So we have that blog post we created in the admin panel. How do we get it out of the back end and onto a simple web page for our readers?
Well, in your app's code, it really boils down to three simple ideas. First, your app needs to log into PocketBase, to get permission. Second, it just asks that auto-generated API for the list of blog posts. And third, it takes the data it gets back and shows it on the page. That's the whole loop.
And the result? It's exactly what you'd hope for. You can go back into that PocketBase dashboard, edit the text of the blog post, hit save, and then just refresh your web app. Boom. The new content appears instantly. The connection is totally live and seamless.
So why does this all matter so much? Because it completely flips the script on where you spend your creative energy. Instead of wrestling with server configurations and database setups, you spend almost all of your time, like 90% of it, on the unique, fun, creative part of your app, the part your users actually care about.
So, after seeing all of this, what's the big takeaway? What should you be thinking about?
The bottom line is this.
PocketBase just demolishes the technical hurdles that stop so many projects. Your whole back end is in one file. You can go from an idea to having live, working data in just a few minutes. It lets you focus on building your app, not building your server. And that brings us right back to where we started. It's a simple truth, but it's powerful. You have to use the tools that are going to get you to the finish line faster. That's how you actually get to create and release the things you're passionate about.
So when the whole back-end problem becomes this easy, when all that insane complexity just melts away into a single program you can run, it really only leaves one question left to ask. What great idea will you build now?